Calm down. Hello. Hello, I'm here to review movies. No. Okay. It's December. You know what that means. I gotta get my Christmas hat. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna be wearing for this anytime I do a Christmas review, because it's literally Christmas. What do you mean? Anyway, so I'm finally doing my first Christmas movie review. Oh, well, not only the first one, but just the second one ever on this show. And anyway, the Christmas movie I'm going to review this week is Santa Claus. I'm just kidding. One of the worst Christmas specials of all time. Okay, so I heard Nostalgia Critic reviewed one of the worst Christmas specials of all time. 2 of them to be exact, and I actually want to review both of them this year, because why not? And also, I'm actually really curious how bad these are. So I want to check them out. I did check one out this week with my grandpa. And we did the one that I heard about the first is The Christmas Tree. And anyway, The Christmas Tree. Should I even review the plot? I don't think I need to. I look like a troll from the Dreamers movie. Okay, here's the goddamn plot. It's that. Just kidding. Okay, but seriously, plot. Okay. Plot. Okay, I'm getting tired of this. Okay, the plot for The Christmas Tree is there's 5 orphans at an orphanage that is, controlled by, this evil woman named Mrs. Mavilda. I think. I forgot. I forget even after I just watched it. Anyway, sorry. Speaking of that, but the children had no toys, no clothes. Well, they had clothes, but on them, but like not like fresh clothes, like the Packer shirt that I have on. Help me. Anyway, plot. Anyways, back to plot. Anyway, plot. So their only friend, the orphanage kids, is a pine tree named Mrs. Hopewell. What? That has nothing to do with Christmas at all. At all. At all. You movie? Ah! Anyway, until a new family comes to this town, which literally has no name. Seriously, it has no name. What kind of town that has no name? It's City No Name. If you watch BFTI, you know that. Yep. Well, I'm taking this off. This is distracting me. For now, I'm gonna wear it in the rest of the videos. I don't really care. What could I remember? I can't think of it right. Oh yeah. So this new family comes in at this town that has literally no name, to the orphanage. While the dad is at work, his name is Ray. I know that. Well, the two kids stay with the kids, and Mrs. Mrs. Forgettable Character. So Mrs. Which is the mom of the two kids. So Mrs. Forgettable Character is just like a maid or something. It's. No. We don't need cringe. No! Okay, anyway, okay. Until this Mrs. Forgettable Character tells everyone about Christmas and blah 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 blah, and Mrs. Vilda is trying to make her not nice anymore. Blah 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 blah. Well, actually pretty perfectly. It's like this on the thing I'm recording on. Anyway. So it's Christmas time. Yeah, it's Christmas time. There's barely any parts that is about Christmas, but whatever. What is this movie, man? What is this movie? Okay, also they have a dog named Licorice. Oh, that's a dog. Okay, anyway. Why? So it's Christmas time, so, and one of the children sounds as, like, here's this whole plan about Mrs. Matilda making a whole plan of making her evil and all that, yeah, and just leaving, and yeah, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Until he tells it to all the children while Mrs. Forgettable Character leaves. Until the two children, that is the parent of Mrs. That is the son and daughter of Mrs. Forgettable Character and Ray. Okay, anyway, they make a whole plan to go up to the North Pole to get Santa, I don't know. Until Lily, which is one of the kids, gets lost. I think the boy's name is, I think the son's name is Thomas. I forgot. I'm just gonna call him Thomas for now because I think that's what I remembered. So Thomas loses Louie in a fight with Licorice and the bear, and like a bear that is a mixture of Freddy Fazbear from that fake FNAF movie from 1987 and Beluga from the Jungle Book. That's literally what he looks like, actually. Like, here's a picture. Well, I won't really put the picture, but, well, actually, here's a picture. Doesn't that look similar, or what? Why am I doing that? Anyway, I'm recording this at, like, 7 p.m. at night. What am I talking about? Anyway, so anyway, what else I can remember? I told Mrs. Mavilda's husband is trying to try to chop down a tree, but he just can't because he's such a poop. I'm not gonna say the word. Also, the mayor, which is I forgot to mention, the mayor is a character that gives Mrs. Mavilda money bags. What? So she can spend on the money instead of clothes and toys, she spends it on gambling. To stack that smiles back. Goldfish. What? To stack that smiles back goldfish. Okay, there you go. So yeah, pretty pointless. Until he discovers like what's happening and all that. Whatever. He's so forgettable. What is this show here a minute ago? My teeth hurt. Anyway, until Mrs. Mavilda gets struck by lightning, which was so scary. Not very scary, but was like so shocking. Why did that happen? Okay, anyway. And she just turns back to normal and nice, almost every character lives happily ever after with Mrs. Hopewell. And what's the lesson for this movie? Well, the narrator says this. You always win when you are good. I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. If you'll excuse me, I'm just going to scream. Okay, I'm gonna write. Wait, where's that thing? Whoa! Oh, what was that? Oh my god. Did you guys see that? I just teleported. What just happened? Oh my god. Is there something with my background that's different? No, nothing different besides this thing. Besides there's like a duck right there. There's like a panda. Okay, anyway. But what just happened? I just teleported to the FNAF Park universe. What just happened? I was about to scream until that happened. Thank God I lived. But I was so confused what was happening right now. What just happened? It's all just a dream. Hold on. Ow. No, it's not a dream. Oh my god, I just teleported. Hold on. I'm just gonna take a break real quick because I need to understand what just happened. Oh my god, what just happened? Sorry for all that, guys, but I just had to explain to myself what just happened. Okay, anyway, thoughts on the Christmas tree. One of the worst Christmas specials of all time, apparently. It was god-awful. It was god-awful. It was so awful to the point that I just needed Christmas to be canceled this year. That's how bad it was. Besides for the whole teleporting thing, this movie is trash. It's horrendous. Horrible. Okay. The animation was horrendous. It was scary looking. At some parts, it has like creepy faces that are so ugly. But I don't know why. The story? What kind of monkey McSpagatron greenlit this onto the big screen in 1991? Anyway, the moral of the story is, I'm going to get to this part, which really makes me angry, but what does this movie have to offer for the lesson? You always win when you are good. I'm stuck. Okay, seriously. Ow. 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 Oh, Jesus. Okay, back to that. What kind of lesson is that? Christmas is a holiday where orphanages go out around the world and donators trying to donate toys and all of that. And this is a Christmas movie. Christmas. Really think about that. And Christmas is about love, family, and effort. I'm not going to go into bold detail, but that's not the meaning of Christmas. But probably the worst lesson of all time for any movie imaginable that is Christmas related. Even worse than Deck the Halls. I'll tell you why. We'll wait until we watch Rhapsody Street Kids. But it's terrible. The acting was horrendous. A lot of emotion just like whoop out of the window. Because a lot of the acting, some of the acting could be perfect amount of emotion, perfect non-amount of emotion. A lot of the kids have no emotion whatsoever. But the animation feels like it's emotion. But it really isn't. And then there comes Mrs. Matilda's acting. Oh my god. She has too much expressions. Too much. Not the perfect amount. Too much. Like, I wasn't surprised there would be a huge mode on the microphone. I'm sorry if I have to do this, but seriously, what was that? There is more detail, but I'm going to give you the link down below to the Christmas tree or something like that, maybe in a pinned comment, but let me tell you, this movie is god-awful, and you would know that for the rest of its life. So, what do I give it on? If it was even on Rotten Tomatoes, I would give this a 15%. There's almost nothing wrong. I mean, almost every single thing in this movie is just wrong. Just wrong. Like, everything is backwards. It's happening so slowly. The acting is horrendous. The animation is horrendous. I hate it for the godly existence as it is. But there's going to be a worst Christmas special, and we're going to be reviewing that at the end of the last Tuesday of the month. And I from reviews that I saw, this special is going to be worse than this one, and I'm going to tell you. Also, I give it a 1.5 out of 10. But you know what? It is what it is. Merry Christmas, everybody, and I'll see you next week for the next Christmas movie.